Hello and welcome. First of all, let me apologise for the lighting situation. I'm not sure how great it's turning out in the end, but it's pretty dodgy at the moment. It's a very dull day outside and half my lighting comes from these windows with some nice lights, but making do with what I've got. Want to get a video up, we'll see what happens. So today I thought I'd show you how to make a very simple knotted friendship bracelet. The method is super simple. There is literally one step involved in creating the actual bracelet, and that's to make a knot. And we all know how to do that, I'm sure. Or it's simple enough to learn even if we don't. So they're fun to create, they don't take long. It took me about 20 minutes to do that one. So they're a great project for when it's a bit dull outside and there's nothing going on, and great for kids to have a go at something crafty. So let's get into it. So you've decided to make your friendship bracelet, and all you have to do is decide what colours you want to use. So I've chosen these three. I like the way they look together, and the more colours you have, the wider your band will be. For example, these ones, this is a 3-strand width, which is what this will be, and this is a 4-strand. So you can see the difference in sizes just adding one extra makes. Obviously this is a different pattern than what we're going to do today, but I can do that in a different video if you're interested in learning this pattern. For today I'm just going to stick with the basic stripe pattern. Now you're going to need a lot. So if you want to make it a bracelet, it has to go around the wrist 6 to 7 times with this length. If you're making, say, a bookmark, you could do less, but if you're making a friendship bracelet, you need it to go around a lot. And there we go, that's the length I need. Now I just need to cut the other colours a length of this. Don't you hate how some just easily flow and then others, they just want to fight you. Now I use the other one to measure it, because otherwise, you know, you can do one twist more, one twist less, you could just not be thinking. So easier to use what you've already cut as a template. Okay, so now you've got your colours. You can always add more of the same colour if you want it to be the thicker band, but I'm going to stick with this. Next step is to fold it equally in half. And then in this end, the doubled end, do a twist knot. Now you want the knot to be a decent size, but not too big, not too small, because at the end you will use this to secure it around the wrist. Now the hardest part of this is securing it. No matter what I do, it always seems to slip out 1,000 times, but some sticky tape on your desk should do the trick. Now you want to decide what pattern the colours will go in, and that is determined by the pattern they're in at the top. So I think I want the grey in between the purple and green, just to add a bit of separation, and I'm going to make sure that pattern repeats itself. So they're all in the order that I want them down here. So these bracelets are super simple. All you are doing is tying a double knot. that is literally it. So starting on the left side, take your first strand, let me get up to where you can see it, pass it over the grey and under, pull up to form a knot at the top. Once more on the same colour, and then place this grey strand over. You're finished with that for this rotation. Keeping the purple strand, your first beginning strand, move to the next strand, which is the green. Repeat the step, double knot, and place the green off to the side. Next is the purple. Keeping the first purple still, double knot, move on. Grey, and green. Okay, so now you've taken that first purple, you've knotted it through all the strands, and it's now on the right. Started over here on the left, now it's on the right hand side. So you can drop that, you are now done with this purple, and you're going to start back on the left with the grey, the next in line. And the grey is done. So at the top there's starting to be the knotted bracelet. So I'm just going to do a couple real fast so that I've got more to show you up here so you get a better understanding, and I will come back. So now you can start to see the pattern that's emerging. It'll stay the same all the way through, and it will do this little diagonal. Something to note when you're doing it is to keep your knots the same tension as much as possible. If you do some really tight, they'll be smaller, and if you do them really loose, they'll be bigger. And so throughout it, to keep your edges straight and your knots consistent, keep your tension consistent. So now I'm just going to keep going and finish it. So I just wanted to quickly run through the knot process again. Now that it's a bit further down, you can actually see better, hopefully. So starting on the left end, taking your first thread, this purple, over and under, pull it into a knot. Repeat. Put the grey aside, pick up the green. Over under. you'll pretty quickly find yourself in a rhythm with this, and you'll just whiz through it without even thinking. That's what I end up doing anyway. And then you go, oh wait, was that 1 knot or 2 knots? Better bung another one in just in case. So now the purple one's all the way over on the right hand side. You can finish with that one, start again on the left. Once the bracelet is at your desired length, and you can measure it by wrapping around your wrist, see that it's long enough, then how I like to end it is to make sure I end up with 2 tails. It's a lot easier when you do it with this one because there's equal 3s, and then just braid just a simple plait into some tails. That should be plenty long enough. And then just tie a basic knot in the end. And do the other to match. Just like that. And then how I like to fasten it, take the end through the hoop at the top that you've made, and then just tie it. Obviously around a wrist, but there we go. And that is all that there is to it. Super simple, perfect for kids or a starter project if you're just starting out with embroidery, weaving. It's what we used to do with embroidery thread before I knew how to embroider. Because that's what embroidery thread is for, right? Making friendship bracelets. So I hope this video was enjoyable to you and maybe taught you something. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to this channel and giving this video a like. And leave a comment below if you'd like me to do more complicated designs, because there is a lot more to these that you could create. Happy creating! Bye!